Good day, class. So welcome to Social Media Marketing course. So let us discuss first what this course is all about. This course, of course, is going to teach you strategic uses of the social media in marketing. We will not teach you about fake news, no? And branding products and services, as well as integrates its practical uses in maintaining corporate image and engaging customers. In other words, social media marketing is all about a platform of communicating communicating that includes persuading, and influencing and educating your target audience or target market. Simply because you want to create a positive brand reputation, you want to create profitability in terms of the business, and in terms of your competitors, you want to outperform your competitors. So this is what we are going to learn from this course, social media marketing. No? Social media marketing, or SMM. No? Okay. So it is more on not on our personal needs and consumption, but rather on the side of the business. So in the midterm period, you are going to learn about the introduction, planning, targeting, social media marketing sites, platforms, tools, blog, microblog, video, photo sharing, streaming videos, article, white paper, ebooks, discussion board, and social news. And of course, in the final, it is about branding and location based of social networks and monitoring. What is the final output? The final output, since you are just two, so might as well suggest you combine the two, Ortega and the other classmate, and then you find a Filipino client that has somewhere in Filipino entrepreneur somewhere in Cavite, okay, involved in micro, small to medium enterprise, and is very willing to participate and cooperate. And of course, if it is your relative, might as well, develop a relative, a friend, or an acquaintance that is belonging to micro, small to medium enterprise that has no social media accounts, inactive, or social media accounts that needs to be improved, subject to approval of the owner, of course. And you must the business should be um, legitimate, because you are going to get a photocopy of their DTI, single proprietorship, and their mayor's permit and barangay's permit for that matter. So this it is basically a proof, no, that the business is legitimate. Again, inactive, or they have a social media account existing that needs to be improved. Here, in the willing to participate, not only participate, but also is going to be committed to implement your social media marketing plan. So for the midterm, you are expected to get that client agreement. You completed the marketing plan, the execution of the social marketing, social media strategy. Now, the finals is execution of strategy and evaluation report of the client. So these two. So what is the final output? The final output is to create a social media marketing plan and campaign for that particular Filipino entrepreneur somewhere in Cavite that is belonging to a micro, small to medium enterprise that is willing to cooperate, willing to participate, willing to implement your plan. So my suggestion to you is that a Filipino entrepreneur should be, a close friend, acquaintance that has a business, okay? But of course, it should be a legitimate business, because you are going to request for a photocopy of that DTI, barangay permit, and the mayor's permit. Okay. Why use social media? that in this particular social media statistics, I really don't know what year is this. This was January 2017. I really don't know if what is this particular platform that is many users right now. But here you can see that this platform has 600 million and Facebook has only 1.79 billion. No, so we can see that Facebook is really the top one. No, having a monthly active of 1.8 billion, no, users, active users, and the lowest is the this platform. Okay, so the use of social media to positively influence, this word not only to influence, no, it's only to inform, influence, or persuade, and also to educate, because these are the three primary roles of social media. And social media, guys, just to have you a good foundation, this social media is particularly under the subset of pub promotion. Social media is just a subset of promotion in the marketing mix, because in the marketing mix promotion, the objective of that to the customer is communication. So when it comes to communication, no, social media is one of the promotional mix, no, internet interactive marketing or social media for that matter. And right now social media is very popular right now, and you can see in the 2017 statistics, Facebook has 1.8 billion active users, no. So not only to communicate but also to positively inform, influence, and educate the consumer toward the brand recognition, positive corporate reputation of the company. So the process of gaining website traffic or attention through social media sites, no? Creating buzz, creating videos, creating tweets or blog entries that can become viral. Another way is building ways that enable fans of a brand to promote a message themselves, no? By review, comments, no? That is very popular right now in social media, based around online conversation. So actually in social media, there is a story that that the users are trying to tell us. So it is very imperative for a entrepreneur to listen what is the story that the audience is trying to tell us. Is it positive? Is it negative? Well, if it is positive, maybe there is a good chance for continuous improvement and other opportunities of the business, new product. Or if there's a negative reputation, maybe we wanted to rectify those flows, no? And part of a larger media ecosystem of owned, paid, and earned media used in marketing. So you can see here, this is the paid media, this is the owned media, and this is the earned media. So paid media is the traditional advertising, which is print, television, radio, display, direct mail, paid search, retail channels. So this is the traditional media that we are talking about under paid media. And what is this owned media? These are corporate websites, campaign microsites, blogs, brand community, Facebook fan page, mobile, being used by the owned media. No, they have their own website, corporate website. And what is this earned media? Earned media is word of mouth, Facebook comments, Twitter, uh, blogs, forums, review states. So um, this paid media is particularly intended for the general consumers, while the corporate websites are for the customers of that corporations, while the earned media for the word of mouth, these are, customer loyalty, these are called the super fans. So that's the difference between paid, owned, and earned media. So you can see that this arrow, has a particular symbolic relationship. You see that? Not unlike this one. So this one is, very directly proportional to each other, the owned and the media. So in other words, if you have a corporate website, you might have a customer loyal base. End goal. What is the end goal? The end goal of social media marketing is to convert. Maybe to convert those visitors into your customers. That is what is being met by conversion. Uh, Visitors has to be converted to your customers. In act, like those people who are just telling comments but are not patronizing your product, it has to be converted to customers. No, that's the end goal. So, what are the 7 means of social media? It is a fad. Really? Is it a fad? No, Filipinos drive on staying connected with their communities, according to Rappler.com. There is a quote here, pagising, phone lang, check na messages, Facebook. Well, maybe true, maybe false, no? The anchored on socialization, community, and word of mouth, no? So you can see here a comparison of a statistics between a traditional media and digital media consumption. Uh, you can see here this column is particularly the traditional one, and this one is digital, and in between here are countries being compared. If this data is 2017, I do believe that according to the data, maybe as of 2017, but I'm sure that the Philippines is number one in the Southeast Asian region. You can see here that in terms of print, radio, and TV, still Malaysia very close to the Philippines during the survey of this year, that Malaysia and Philippines are closely related to uh, and also Australia, no, and also Thailand in terms of the usage in terms of uh, less than 5 hours in the traditional media combined with print, radio, and TV. But in terms of PC and mobile, you can see on the right side that Malaysia is just very close to the Philippines. If you can update the consumption right now, I think the Philippines is the number one in terms of digital media consumption. We are number one. Huh? Okay, so this is a combination of PC. The light blue is the PC and the dark blue is the mobile. No? Combine both media, so I think 7.5 hours, not unlike the Philippines at this year of survey. It is basically 7 hours. No, maybe now it exceeds 7. So that is as far as the statistics is concerned related to traditional and digital media consumption. Okay. In terms of comparing it in the variable of spending, this is the digital 38%, global ad spend by type. Okay. This one is television 37%. This one is newspaper. This one is a combination of radio and magazines and out of home advertisement. Okay. So you can see that global ad spending by type in terms of the digital, you can see that it's 80%. No? So the second myth, that it is only for the youth, no? Really? So the age breakdown of social media users, 65 years old plus, there is 43%, 50 to 64 years old is 70%. You can see here that it is between this age bracket, 13 to 29 years old, are the social media users, and the percentage is very high, 89% is between 18 to 29, and 81% is 13. um, so this is the age breakdown statistics or demographic profile of social media users according to age. Who uses which social network most? Okay. So this one, the teens is 94% match on the Facebook rather than adults. This one, Twitter, 26, 18, Twitter, and then this one is 26%. So you can see here that particularly on this sector, there are more adults, and this one, and this one. But if you can see on Facebook and Instagram, or the teens is more favorable when it comes to the demographics. The third myth is there is no return on social media marketing. What does it mean, no return for social media marketing? And what do you think are the returns? Savings in customer service. You agree that there is savings in customer service? It's a buzz, the return. Improve brand awareness and reputation. So these are the returns of social media marketing. Well, it's a make or break, no? Sometimes when it comes to corporate reputation, they say that it's you build your corporate reputation 10 years, and you can ruin your brand reputation in just 5 minutes. So these are the returns according to research, that it saves savings in customer service because it's a digital platform, it's a buzz, and then you improve your brand awareness and reputation, you increase brand loyalty of your customers, and there is sales lead generation. Actually, the social media really is to convert these visitors, this to convert visitors into your customers. So that's why I think if there is a visitor, there is a comment, but does not patronize your product, that's a sales lead. Okay? And those existing customers, you have to convert them to a your loyal customers. That is the purpose. This statistics is about marketers who agree or disagree that social media marketing helped them improve sales. No, you can see that the blue line is strongly agree, and the yellow is agree. The y-axis is in terms of time. So less than 12 months, 1 to 2 years, this one is more than 5 years. And this is the percentage of agreeableness on the x-axis. Okay? So this data is that is the source, and this is 2015. So the data is 5 years old already. But during that data, 2015, according to entrepreneurs that they try to they only agree, no, more than 5 years they only agree, no, who are entrepreneurs more than 5 years, they only agree that social media marketing helped them, 42%. Same is true with 4 to 5 years, equal, agree. Strongly disagree is 28 and 23. No? If you are 3 to 4 years, 40% mention they agree. While 2 to 3 years, 36% agree. Less than 12 months, 26% mention or claim that they only agree that social media marketing helped them. But, 28% more than 5 years say strongly agree, 28%. Here is 23%. So the fourth myth is it isn't right for my business. Okay? So this is business to business and this is business to consumer. So regardless of industry, the use of social media, no? Regardless, you can use social media if you are related to business or business to consumer. Let me define the meaning of this one. Example of business to business. This is a supplier of raw materials and this is the manufacturer of the company. That is a typical example of business to business. Business to consumer, for example, you are the manufacturer and you go directly to the consumer and that is what you call business to consumer, right? So social media platforms used by B2C and B2B marketers. So this particular data is 2015 and that is the source of the data. So we can see here that this 60% is generated to Facebook. We can say that this is for the um, we can say that this is for the business to consumer because this was the first one. So we will assume business to consumer data that social media platforms that is being used by business to consumer, 60% is generated from Facebook and 10% is generated from Twitter, and then 9% is generated from Instagram. Now, let's look on the side of business to business. You can see here that this area, 41%, color purple, is LinkedIn because these are professionals, no? And then 30% is Facebook. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense for business to business. Some platforms that are being used by professional and corporate are in the LinkedIn. That is true. But for business to consumer, the Facebook is the media platforms that business to consumer are using. So, what does this data tells us? If you are, let's say, belonging to business to consumer, according to the study, the social media platform that is recommended is or based on statistics is Facebook, followed by the 10% which is the Twitter or YouTube, and then followed by LinkedIn or Instagram for that matter, okay, or forums, no. I really cannot predict the color coding here. I think this one is for this one, that's in Instagram, or I really don't know this dark color here, no? Okay, but let us try to get what is the biggest share of the pie. We can see here that for business to consumer, it is confirmed that 66% is attributed to Facebook, while here 41% is attributed to LinkedIn for business to business marketers. The fifth myth is it is new. The sixth is it is time consuming. And the seven, it is free. All right. So you can see here from 1978 up to 2017, there's no data here right now. I think this is the history of social media from 1978 to 2015, right? From 2015. So there is a cutoff. Okay. The You can see here, live streaming was very popular during in between 2011 and 2012, and the cell phone was got popular in 2010, no? And what is historical in this data is that during 1978, bulletin board system launch, no? In 1978. And then in 1997, Google.form was registered. Okay? And then you can see here that uh, Facebook entered the playing fields 2004. No? So Facebook entered 2004. And here you can see that Facebook buys Instagram, Twitter buys Vine, Findery launches Pinwheel, no? Yan, yung Pinwheel. And then there's a lot of development that happened. Even here, Twitter buys Periscope. Okay? To continue, what are the available careers in social media? You have social media specialist, social media analyst, social media community manager, and social media planner. Actually, there is one that try to analyze, no, content, social media content analyst, no, right now. So there are many careers in social media marketing, especially uh, this course is relevant to your if you are specializing in advertising, because advertising is a subset of promotion, and the objective of promotion is communication. So that's why social media marketing is very popular today, especially if you are a business to consumer. That Facebook platform is very important to you if you are a business to business uh, type. No, the LinkedIn is very special for you.